These are the new Pink Floyd vinyl reissues that come out on Friday the 3rd of June. 4 records are coming out in the first phase of the reissues. A Saucerful of Secrets, Piper at the Gates of Dawn, the soundtrack to More, and Ummagumma. Let's start off with, logically, the first one, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Now, Pink Floyd have promised that, in quotes, special care has been taken to reproduce the original records. I don't actually have the original records, so I'm going to leave that to you guys to feed back whether these are proper reproductions of the originals. Like all these, actually, Piper has a glossy front cover, but it has a matte finish on the back. Now these flaps here, what you're looking at here, they're not actually flaps, that's artwork created to look like flaps, which is a little bit disappointing if you think back to the Beatles mono vinyl. Everything was recreated perfectly. I can't believe that was like that originally, so there's a little bit of a shortcut there with the artwork. I've managed to crease that, trying to get the shrink wrap off. Like most modern vinyl, these things are shrink wrapped to within an inch of their lives. And it seems even Pink Floyd can't afford to supply vinyl with a nice plastic sleeve on it. There's the spine. But in terms of actual colour reproduction and the photograph, it looks pretty amazing. So not really many complaints there. Now the record comes in a black polylined sleeve. And as you can see, it has a blue Columbia logo. It's definitely 180 gram vinyl. And that is fairly much it. There's no download card or anything like that. So that's Piper at the Gates of Dawn. Next up, A Saucerful of Secrets. Again, very glossy front cover. And it's matte on the rear. They've done the very same thing with the artwork. So these flaps aren't real, they're just created. But what they've done here is they've continued the varnish to the flaps at the back to make it look like they're physical flaps. Cover looks good though. And it's the same thing as before. So we've got a black polyline sleeve and a Columbia label. So that's A Saucerful of Secrets. Next up, the Pink Floyd soundtrack to the film More. Same thing as before, so we've got a glossy varnished front cover and a matte back, except for the flaps, which aren't real. Got the Columbia logo here in the top corner. Slightly different variation of the Columbia logo on the label for this one. So that's More. And finally, this is Ummagumma. Cover looks amazing. It's glossy front and back this time, but not inside the gatefold. So this is matte, and the outsider area is glossy. No inner sleeves or anything like that, but you can see here the original labels presumably are reproduced. Haven't played these yet, but the vinyl certainly feels good and looks good. And this is record 2, obviously it's a double album. So, Ummagumma, more, A Saucerful of Secrets, and Piper at the Gates of Dawn. These are 4 vinyl reissues from Pink Floyd out on Friday the 3rd of June. This has been Paul from Super Deluxe Edition. Thanks for watching.